Welcome, creative friends. This is part 3 of my Slow Fashion Frida series. In this video, I will be making the first dress out of my PDF packet of Frida's fashion. So make sure you check that out. It's available on my website. When making adhesive appliques, this is my #1 favorite iron-on. Steam-A-Seam Light 2. I use it so often in my fabric textile collages that I buy it by the huge roll, but you can also purchase it in smaller sheets. So here I am, I'm using scraps that I save from other projects. It is a little pricey in my opinion, but it's worth it, so that's the reason I save all the little scraps and use them. So here I am to the back side of my painted fabric. I peel one of the paper backings off and adhere it to the size of my paintings. Now I'm leaving some fabric around it because that way I can cut easily around the shapes and then iron it on to my projects. I also don't use the Steam-A-Seam Light for all my appliques. In a lot of instances, I use a washable glue stick. But when my painted pieces have details and lots of cutting, that's when I use the Steam-A-Seam or the adhesive because it stabilizes that piece of fabric, it adheres it, and it also reduces the amount of fray after you wash it. And since my style of applique has raw edges, for every fussy cut, that's in the quilters world what they call it, for the fussy cut things like intricate flowers or little hands, that's when I will use the adhesive. But use whatever adhesive you have, just follow the directions on the label. Here you see I'm even piecing little bits of my scraps of this adhesive. As long as I don't overlap it, I can just use up what I have. Now these pieces are ready to be taken to the ironing board and pressed to heat set that adhesive onto the fabric. And even though they still have one paper backing, I use a Teflon sheet or a piece of cotton to cover up the pieces while I'm ironing so I don't get any bits sticking out and gunking up my iron. Now that my pieces are stabilized with the adhesive, they're much easier to cut out. Keep that paper backing on them while you do your fussy cutting. My favorite scissors to use for applique or fussy cut are called duckbill or pelican. They are very precise and easy to use. Now it's time to fashion Frida. So you see me here designing her outfits. These are already prepared for you in a PDF that's available for tracing and making her different outfits. But the process I go through when I'm designing, I use fourths or quarters. So her face and neck, shoulder, top of the shoulders is a quarter, her shoulders to waist is a quarter, her waist to knees is a quarter, and then the feet. I get my inspiration for her outfits from several of the books that I own on Frida Kahlo. Here are just a few of them. And in this video, I will start with the simplest of the 3 outfits that I have designed. This outfit is called Wings to Fly, based on one of Frida's most favorite quotes. I have this fabric that I think would work really well for the dress. So I turn on my light board, I take the pattern, and I'm positioning it to see where I would like the pattern and the images to land on her dress. So with my light board, it's very easy to see through. I'm not going to be using any adhesive on the dress. When I don't have to use the iron-on adhesive, the Steam-A-Seam, I don't. I use a washable glue stick that washes away the adhesive. It makes the fabric just a bit lighter to the feel and doesn't add a lot of bulk. With a fabric marker, I traced around the image, leaving a little bit extra so I could cut away that line. But you could also use an erasable or iron away fabric marker, usually used for quilting pieces. Now that I have her dress cut out, it's time to build my background. This piece of cotton, is actually from a Mexican dress that I have used over the years for different things, so I think it's really appropriate to use it in this project. You can also forget the background and just apply the Frida appliques to an existing garment or a pillow cover or a tote bag. I sorted through my hand-dyed trims, and this was from a garment. I'm using a part of it for her underskirt of her outfit. If you would like to learn how to hand dye or over dye stains or existing fabrics, or dyeing things to match a certain colorway, there is a link in the description of this video to one of my online tutorials that has a whole section on dyeing fabrics. I've trimmed off part of the length of her dress so that it doesn't add extra length to her body. And now I'm just trimming it roughly, and then I will sew it down later. When I'm not using the Steam-A-Seam Light 2 for fussy cutting, I adhere my pieces together for my textile collage using an Elmer's washable glue stick. This is the purple version. Oops, let's get that light table out of the way. I don't know why I still have it there. I get so wrapped up in my work. I need to clean as I go. I give that ruffle a little steam iron action, and then I'm going to sew it down just with a straight stitch on my machine, just to keep these two pieces together for now. I work intuitively, and as I go, I make little adjustments and little snips as needed. Now, this adhesive I had pieced together, so it's easy to peel off on that line that's dividing it. But if it's not divided, or if it's a full piece of adhesive, sometimes it's hard for me to peel it back. So I get a straight pin or a little sharp stylus, and I score that paper backing before I peel it off. Now I've peeled off the second paper backing, and the adhesive is showing, or it's revealed. So now she is placed down onto the background piece. With the dress, I need to adhere it to the background using the washable glue stick. Again, with my appliques or textile collages, if my piece has a lot of fussy cutting, I use the iron-on fusible web Steam-A-Seam. But if it doesn't, or if I want more raw edges, then I simply use the washable glue stick. Just like upcycling furniture or creating a paper art journal collage, it's all about the layers. So now I'm layering on more embellishments. I've got a little more hand-dyed lace to put around the neckline of the dress, and also some black lace to trim the bottom. Now I'm using wings from one of my fabric panels that I have professionally printed. but you can use stamps or stencils to create butterfly wings. I will show you that process in an upcoming video. I would like the edges of the wings to fray a bit with each washing, so I am cutting them out without the fusible steam-a-seam. I'm going to be adhering them down for sewing using the washable glue stick. As I cut, you will notice I have a little bit of a bubble cut around the wings. That gives me room to stitch down the wings and a little bit of fabric on the edges for fraying. I'm using free motion stitching on my machine to stitch down all these pieces, but you could use a satin stitch on your regular machine if you don't have the ability to drop your feed dogs and do the free motion stitching. You can also just use a straight stitch and go around a couple of times to secure the pieces down. Now Frida has her outfit complete, but there's still more accessorizing to come in this textile collage. So be sure to subscribe to see my future videos and what I do next with this collage. Thank you for watching and happy creating.